This year marks a remarkable recovery of the travel and tourism industry around the world as hotels are nearing pre-pandemic levels of occupancy. The Arabian Travel Market Trade Show, which is currently being held in Dubai, is focusing on the future of international travel and tourism. And joining us from ATM is the head of Emaar Hospitality, Mr. Mark Kirby. Thanks so much for being with us today. Now, in keeping with the theme of this year's ATM, the future of international travel and tourism, tell us how far along the hospitality sector really is on its road to recovery.
Yeah, very happy to be online with you this morning, right directly from the show floor here at ATM. Thank you for having me on. If you look at hospitality overall in the region, and more so here in Dubai, we've seen a really quite incredible recovery throughout 2021 and into 2022 overall. So as a region, we're really seeing some pre-pandemic levels returning.
And how did Emaar Hospitality Group's portfolio in particular perform in Q1? And without the traffic from Expo 2020 Dubai, what are your expectations for the rest of this year?
Yeah, it's a really great question. We performed extremely well in the first quarter. We were seeing occupancies of above 75%. March closed at 92% overall as a group. So, it really shows some very strong numbers that were before pre-pandemic times, in fact. And as we look forward, April, Ramadan has been very strong, and into May, we're seeing very high performance from international travel coming back to the region overall because of the dynamic vision of the region overall. So I see the rest of this year being very positive, and looking ahead, we've got obviously the FIFA World Cup at the end of the year. So this year, I'm sure is going to be a very, very solid year based off the back of a good one last year as well.
Certainly hope so. Now, Emaar Hospitality Group is expanding both in the UAE and regional. Let's start with here in the UAE. Tell us about your new openings here.
Thank you. Yeah, we announced quite a few of them yesterday, but we're very excited that we've got our second Palace Hotel, one of our key brands, that is launching in Fujairah in July this year. So this brings a very Arabesque, beautiful brand to the beautiful coastline of Fujairah. So our second resort there. We've also slightly closer to our original home of downtown. We've got the Vida Dubai Mall opening up, and then the new Dubai Creek development. We're opening up the address Grand Creek Harbour, a twin tower development overlooking the full city of Dubai. And then further along, we'll be opening up a palace in Creek Harbour, as well as a Vida Creek Beach. So a number of hotels closer to home, as well as the new Vida in the Dubai Marina that will open up before the end of the year. So a number of great hotels and great brands back into the region.
Absolutely, and you've also announced some big expansion plans in Bahrain and Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Tell us a bit about those.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Bahrain was, for us, was a really exciting destination. Why? We opened up a Vida at the end of last year, so we're now going to be opening up the address as part of that complex, linked to the mall there, right on the shores of Marassi. So really good to be out of the UAE into the region, a very prestigious destination for us. Then Egypt, the north coast, our development up there has progressed very well over the last few years with Al-Amin and an address there, but we're further expanding into the Vida, into another Vida hotel and an address within the marina. So that whole development coming very much to life, a very important part of our development strategy. And then slightly further afield in terms of Saudi Arabia, which we've been working on for a number of years now. We have the address Jebel Omar opening up at the beginning of next year. This is a very prestigious twin tower development of over 1,500 keys. So this brings us to the region, and I'm sure you've seen recently more so the development of the Diriyah Gate, where we've actually signed up our address brand in Diriyah Gate, as well as a collaboration with Armani, with Giorgio Armani, in terms of developments there as well. So, moving out of the UAE, some quite prestigious developments coming to life.
Absolutely huge plans, and looking forward to seeing all of them materialize. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.